Evil often hides behind a friendly face, making it hard to see the truth, but when you start to notice their true nature, things can change quickly. Have you ever felt that unsettling feeling when someone you thought you knew suddenly acts differently because they realized you see through their facade? Today, we're going to uncover 7 signs that reveal how evil people behave when they know you've figured them out. These signs are not just random actions, they are deliberate tactics used to manipulate and control. Whether it's a co-worker, a family member, or someone you thought was a friend, recognizing these behaviors can help you protect yourself from their harmful games. Just like a magician who panics when their trick is discovered, evil individuals will often resort to various strategies to regain control. Understanding these signs will empower you to stay one step ahead and maintain your peace of mind. Let's dive into these 7 signs so you can spot them and safeguard yourself from their influence. 1. They come with a new reputation. When evil people realize you've seen through their act, their first move is often the most calculated one. They try to rebuild their reputation from scratch. It's like watching someone frantically repaint a damaged wall, hoping no one will notice the cracks underneath. These people suddenly transform themselves overnight. The office bully who made your life miserable now brings coffee for everyone. The manipulative friend who spread rumors about others now posts about kindness and positivity on social media. The toxic family member who caused drama at every gathering now acts like a peaceful mediator. It's a complete personality makeover. But remember, new paint doesn't fix a crumbling foundation. What makes this tactic so dangerous is how they go about it. They don't just change their behavior around you, they launch a full-scale reputation management campaign. They start doing favors for people who might influence your opinion. They tell stories about their personal growth and how they've changed for the better. Some might even admit to small past mistakes to appear honest, while hiding their bigger deceptions. Think about it like this: when a scammer gets caught, they don't just move to the next victim, they often create an entirely new persona. Evil people do the same thing in their personal lives. They craft a new version of themselves, carefully designed to make you doubt what you've discovered about them. They want you to think, maybe I was wrong about them. Maybe they really have changed. But here's what they don't understand. Authentic change doesn't happen overnight. Real personal growth is a slow, challenging process that takes time and genuine effort. When someone suddenly transforms their entire personality just after you've caught on to their true nature, it's not growth, it's damage control. Watch how they handle their new reputation. They'll make sure everyone sees their good deeds, but only when it benefits them. They'll document their kindness on social media, but behind closed doors, nothing has really changed. It's like they're acting in a play, and every kind gesture is a performance for their audience. The most telling sign is how they react when their new reputation isn't buying them the influence they want. That's when you might see cracks in their new persona. The mask slips and glimpses of their true nature show through. Maybe they'll snap at someone when they think no one important is watching. Or their kindness will suddenly disappear when they realize it's not getting them what they want. Remember this important truth: a person's character is like a heavy rock. It doesn't change its shape just because someone is looking at it. Real change comes from deep self-reflection, genuine remorse, and consistent effort over time. When someone suddenly presents a completely new version of themselves right after being exposed, they're not showing you who they've become. They're trying to hide who they've always been. The best defense against this tactic is simple: trust your initial instincts. If you caught them being manipulative or cruel, don't let their sudden transformation make you doubt yourself. Pay attention to the timing of their change. Real personal growth happens gradually and consistently, not conveniently right after being exposed. Look for actions that align with their words, especially when they think no one is watching. Most importantly, remember that you don't owe anyone the benefit of the doubt when your well-being is at stake. It's okay to maintain healthy boundaries, even if someone claims they've changed. Your safety and peace of mind matter more than their reputation management efforts. 2. They give you strange vibrations. Have you ever been around someone who made you feel uncomfortable for no clear reason? That's what we call strange vibrations, and when evil people know you've figured them out, these feelings become even stronger. It's like your body's internal alarm system going into overdrive, warning you that something isn't right. These vibrations aren't just random feelings, they're your natural defense mechanism at work. When evil people realize you see through them, they start giving off an energy that's hard to describe but impossible to ignore. The room feels colder when they enter. Conversations become tense for no apparent reason. Even their silence feels threatening, like the calm before a storm. What makes these vibrations particularly unsettling is how they contrast with the person's outward behavior. They might be smiling and speaking softly, but something in their eyes tells a different story. It's like watching a nature documentary where a predator tries to appear harmless right before it strikes. Your instincts scream that something's wrong, even while they're acting perfectly normal. The way they look at you changes too. You might catch them staring when they think you're not paying attention. Their eyes follow you across the room, not with curiosity or friendship, but with calculation. It's the kind of attention that makes your skin crawl, like being watched through a one-way mirror. They're studying you, trying to figure out how much you know and what they need to do about it. Their body language becomes a contradiction. While their words might be friendly, their body tells the truth. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes. Their laugh sounds hollow. Their handshake might be just a little too firm, or their hug feels more like a power move than a greeting. These subtle signals are their true nature, leaking through the cracks of their facade. Pay special attention to how they act in group settings. When others are around, they might position themselves to always keep you in their sight. They'll react to your comments differently, either dismissing them too quickly or overemphasizing their agreement. It's like they're performing for two audiences at once, the group that still believes their act and you, who they know doesn't. These vibrations often get stronger in private settings. When it's just the two of you, the air feels thick with tension. They might stand too close, speak too softly, or use body language that feels subtly threatening. It's their way of letting you know they're aware of your awareness, a silent battle of wills where they're trying to make you doubt your own judgment. The most important thing to understand about these strange vibrations is that they're not just in your head. Your body and mind are picking up on very real signals of danger. Evolution has given us this gift, the ability to sense when someone means us harm, even if we can't immediately explain why. It's the same instinct that helped our ancestors survive, and it's just as valuable today. Don't make the mistake of ignoring these feelings or trying to rationalize them away. When someone gives you these strange vibrations, especially after you've seen through their act, it's your internal security system working exactly as it should. Trust it. Your gut feeling is often your best protection against people who mean you harm. Remember, evil people count on others ignoring these warning signs. They depend on social politeness and self-doubt to keep their targets vulnerable. By acknowledging and trusting these strange vibrations, you're taking away one of their most powerful advantages, the benefit of the doubt. 3. They lie to cover up past lies. When evil people realize you've caught on to their true nature, one of their most common tactics is to lie to cover up their past lies. It's like watching a house of cards wobble precariously, ready to collapse at any moment. Instead of owning up to their mistakes, they choose to weave an even more tangled web of deceit, hoping to distract you from the truth. These lies often start small, almost innocuous. They might say they were just joking about something hurtful they said before, or they'll claim they never meant to hurt anyone. But as you dig deeper, you'll find that these excuses are just the tip of the iceberg. Each lie is a desperate attempt to mask the reality of their actions, and the more they lie, the more complicated their story becomes. What's particularly unsettling is how skilled they can be at spinning these tales. They often have a knack for making their lies sound believable, peppering them with just enough truth to make you question your own memories. They might recount events in vivid detail, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice inconsistencies that reveal their dishonesty. It's like watching a magician perform a trick. The more they embellish their story, the more you should be on guard. As they continue to lie, their behavior can become increasingly erratic. They might get defensive when you ask questions, or they may try to change the subject entirely. This is a classic sign that they're feeling the pressure of their own deceit. Instead of addressing the issue, they'll deflect and redirect, hoping to confuse you and make you doubt your own perceptions. You might also notice that they start to create elaborate scenarios to justify their actions. They'll bring up past events that have nothing to do with the current situation, trying to shift the focus away from their lies. It's a tactic designed to keep you off balance, making it harder for you to confront them about their behavior. They want you to feel overwhelmed, as if you're the one who's in the wrong for questioning them. One of the most telling signs of their deceit is how they react when confronted. Instead of admitting their mistakes, they might resort to gaslighting, making you feel like you're the one who's confused or misremembering events. They'll twist the narrative, turning the tables and making you question your own reality. This is a powerful manipulation tactic that can leave you feeling isolated and unsure of yourself. It's important to remember that lying to cover up past lies is a sign of deep insecurity and a lack of accountability. These individuals are often terrified of being exposed, and their lies are a desperate attempt to maintain control over their image. They fear the consequences of their actions, so they'll do anything to avoid facing the truth. The best way to protect yourself from this kind of manipulation is to stay grounded in your own reality. Keep a record of events if necessary, and don't hesitate to trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Surround yourself with supportive people who can help you see the truth when you're feeling confused or uncertain. Ultimately, remember that you deserve honesty and respect in your relationships. When someone resorts to lies to cover up their past actions, it's a clear indication that they don't value your trust. Don't let their deceitful tactics undermine your self-worth. Stand firm in your truth, and don't be afraid to walk away from those who refuse to be honest with you. 4. They only come around when they need something. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to vanish from your life until they need a favor? It's as if they have a sixth sense for when you're busy or happy, only to reappear when they want something from you. This behavior is a classic sign of a toxic individual, and it can be incredibly frustrating and hurtful. These people often treat relationships like a transaction. They don't invest time or energy into building a genuine connection. Instead, they keep a mental checklist of who can help them when they're in a bind. When they're feeling low or in need, they'll suddenly reach out, acting as if nothing has changed. It's like flipping a switch, and their charm turns on just when they want something from you. You might find that they only contact you during specific times, like when they need help with a project, a ride to the airport, or even just someone to listen to their problems. Their messages often come with a sense of urgency, as if their need is the most important thing in the world. But when you need support or a listening ear, they're nowhere to be found. It's a one-sided relationship that leaves you feeling used and unappreciated. What's particularly disheartening is how they often disguise their requests with a friendly tone. They might start the conversation with small talk, pretending to care about your life, but it quickly shifts to their needs. You can sense the shift in energy, and it feels like a trap. You want to help, but you also know that their interest in you is conditional, based solely on what they can gain. These individuals can be very skilled at manipulating your emotions. They might play the victim, sharing dramatic stories about their struggles to elicit sympathy. They want you to feel guilty for not helping them, even though they've been absent when you needed them. This tactic is designed to make you question your own feelings and push you into a corner where you feel obligated to assist them. When you do help them, it often feels like a hollow victory. They may express gratitude, but it's usually short-lived. Once they've gotten what they wanted, they slip back into the shadows, leaving you wondering if they'll ever reach out again, unless they need something else. This cycle can be exhausting, and it can take a toll on your self-esteem and emotional well-being. The key to recognizing this behavior is to pay attention to patterns. If someone only reaches out during their times of need, it's a clear sign that they don't value the relationship. Genuine friends and loved ones are there for you in both good times and bad. They celebrate your successes and support you during challenges, not just when it's convenient for them. To protect yourself from this kind of manipulation, it's essential to set boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no when you feel used or taken for granted. It's okay to prioritize your own needs and well-being. Surround yourself with people who genuinely care about you and reciprocate your efforts. True friendships are built on mutual respect and support, not on a transactional basis. Remember, you deserve relationships that uplift and nourish you, not ones that drain your energy. When you recognize that someone only comes around when they need something, it's a powerful reminder to reevaluate the dynamics of that relationship. Trust your instincts, and don't hesitate to distance yourself from those who don't appreciate your time and effort. 5. They try to make you feel stupid. Have you ever been in a conversation where someone made you feel small or foolish? It's a painful experience, and it often comes from people who thrive on power and control. When evil individuals realize you see through their facade, they may resort to belittling you, trying to make you feel stupid as a way to regain their dominance. This tactic can be subtle or overt. Sometimes it starts with a dismissive comment or a sarcastic remark. They might say something like, "Oh, you really thought that would work?" Or, "That's a cute idea, but..." These phrases are designed to undermine your confidence and make you second-guess your thoughts and feelings. It's like a slow drip of poison, eroding your self-esteem over time. What makes this behavior particularly insidious is how it often masquerades as humor. They might laugh off their comments, claiming they were just joking, but deep down, you know the truth. Their laughter feels hollow, and their words sting. It's a way for them to deflect responsibility for their hurtful remarks while still getting the satisfaction of putting you down. You might also notice that they often interrupt you or talk over you during conversations. This tactic is a clear sign of disrespect. They want to dominate the dialogue, making it difficult for you to express your thoughts. When you do manage to speak, They might respond with eye rolls or dismissive gestures, reinforcing the idea that your opinions don't matter. It's a way to keep you in your place, reminding you that they hold the power in the conversation. Another common tactic is to question your intelligence or knowledge. They might say things like, "Are you sure you understand that?" Or, "I don't think you're getting it." These comments are designed to plant seeds of doubt in your mind, making you feel inadequate. It's a cruel game that feeds their ego while leaving you feeling confused and insecure. When you're faced with this kind of behavior, it's essential to recognize it for what it is, a manipulation tactic. They want to control how you feel about yourself, and they'll use any means necessary to achieve that goal. Understanding their motives can help you regain your confidence and push back against their attempts to belittle you. One effective strategy is to stand firm in your truth. When they make a dismissive comment, respond calmly and assertively. You might say, "I see things differently, and that's okay." By asserting your perspective, you take away their power to make you feel small. It's a reminder that your thoughts and feelings are valid, regardless of their opinion. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can also help counteract the effects of their behavior. True friends and loved ones will uplift you, reminding you of your worth and intelligence. They'll celebrate your ideas and encourage you to express yourself freely. When you have a strong support system, it becomes easier to brush off the hurtful comments of those who try to make you feel stupid. Ultimately, remember that you are not defined by someone else's opinion of you. Their attempts to belittle you say more about their insecurities than they do about your intelligence or worth. Stand tall in your truth and don't let anyone dim your light. You deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and it's okay to distance yourself from those who refuse to acknowledge your value. 6. They act like they don't know what they are. Have you ever encountered someone who seems completely oblivious to their own behavior? They act as if they have no idea how their actions affect others, and this can be incredibly frustrating. When evil individuals realize you see through their manipulations, they may resort to playing the victim, pretending they don't understand the impact of their words or actions. This tactic is a classic form of deflection. Instead of taking responsibility for their behavior, they shift the focus onto you, making it seem like you're the one overreacting or misunderstanding the situation. They might say things like, "I didn't mean it that way," or "I had no idea you felt that way." These statements are designed to create confusion and doubt, leaving you questioning your own perceptions. What's particularly infuriating is how they often play the role of the innocent bystander. They act as if they're just as surprised by the situation as you are, feigning ignorance to avoid accountability. It's a manipulative game that allows them to escape the consequences of their actions while keeping you in a state of emotional turmoil. You might notice that they often use vague language when discussing their behavior. Instead of addressing specific actions, they'll speak in generalities, making it difficult for you to pin down exactly what they're trying to say. This ambiguity is intentional. It allows them to maintain an air of innocence while avoiding any real discussion about their behavior. When confronted, they may respond with exaggerated expressions of confusion. They might say, "I can't believe you think that of me," or "I had no idea you were upset." This dramatic display is meant to shift the blame back onto you, making you feel guilty for bringing up their behavior in the first place. It's a tactic designed to keep you off balance and prevent you from holding them accountable. Another common strategy is to downplay their actions. They might say things like, "It was just a joke," or "You're being too sensitive." By minimizing their behavior, they attempt to invalidate your feelings and experiences. This tactic is particularly damaging because it can make you doubt your own emotions, leading to a cycle of confusion and self-blame. To combat this behavior, it's essential to stay grounded in your own reality. Trust your instincts and recognize that their feigned ignorance is a manipulation tactic. When you feel the urge to question your own perceptions, remind yourself that your feelings are valid. You have every right to express your concerns and hold them accountable for their actions. Setting clear boundaries is also crucial. When they try to deflect responsibility, calmly assert your perspective. You might say, "I need you to acknowledge how your actions affect me." By standing firm in your truth, you take away their power to manipulate the situation. It's a reminder that you won't allow them to escape accountability. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals can help reinforce your sense of reality. True friends will validate your feelings and encourage you to speak up when someone tries to manipulate you. They'll remind you that you deserve to be treated with respect and that it's okay to hold others accountable for their behavior. Ultimately, remember that their act of pretending not to know what they are is a reflection of their own insecurities. They may fear facing the consequences of their actions, so they resort to manipulation to maintain control. Stand strong in your truth and don't let their tactics undermine your self-worth. You deserve relationships built on honesty and accountability, not confusion and deceit. 7. They try to manipulate you. Manipulation is a powerful tool in the hands of those who seek to control others. Have you ever felt like someone was pulling your strings, making you act in ways that didn't feel right? When evil individuals realize they can't easily dominate you, they may resort to manipulation, using various tactics to bend you to their will. One of the most common forms of manipulation is emotional blackmail. This occurs when someone uses your feelings against you to get what they want. They might say things like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this," or "I can't believe you would let me down like this." These statements are designed to make you feel guilty and obligated to comply with their demands. It's a cruel tactic that preys on your compassion and desire to please. Another manipulation tactic is gaslighting, where they make you question your own reality. They might deny things they've said or done, insisting that you're misremembering events. For example, they might say, "I never said that," or "You're being too sensitive." This behavior can leave you feeling confused and unsure of yourself, as if you're losing your grip on reality. It's a way for them to maintain control and avoid accountability for their actions. You might also notice that they use flattery to manipulate you. They'll shower you with compliments, making you feel special and valued, only to follow it up with a request for something they want. This tactic creates a sense of indebtedness, making it harder for you to say no. You might find yourself thinking, "They've been so nice to me, I can't let them down now." But remember, genuine relationships are built on mutual respect, not manipulation. Another common strategy is to create a sense of urgency. They might say things like, "You need to decide right now," or "This opportunity won't last long." By pressuring you to make quick decisions, they hope to bypass your critical thinking and push you into compliance. It's essential to recognize this tactic and take a step back. Give yourself the time you need to evaluate the situation and make a decision that feels right for you. When faced with manipulation, it's crucial to trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Take a moment to reflect on the situation and consider whether their requests align with your values and boundaries. You have every right to stand firm in your decisions and prioritize your well-being. Setting clear boundaries is also vital in protecting yourself from manipulation. Be assertive in communicating your limits, and don't be afraid to say no when you feel pressured. You might say, "I need some time to think about this," or "I'm not comfortable with that." By standing your ground, you take away their power to manipulate you. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals can help reinforce your sense of reality. True friends will respect your boundaries and encourage you to trust your instincts. They'll remind you that you deserve relationships built on honesty and respect, not manipulation and deceit. Ultimately, remember that manipulation is a reflection of the manipulator's insecurities and need for control. They may fear vulnerability and use manipulation as a shield to protect themselves. Stand strong in your truth and don't let their tactics undermine your self-worth. You deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, free from the chains of manipulation. And there you have it. We've explored the various ways toxic individuals can manipulate and undermine us, from making us feel stupid to acting oblivious to their own actions. It's crucial to recognize these behaviors so we can protect ourselves and foster healthier relationships. If you've ever experienced any of these tactics, remember, you're not alone. Many people face similar challenges, and acknowledging them is the first step toward reclaiming your power. Surround yourself with supportive friends and loved ones who uplift you and respect your boundaries. Before we wrap up, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We'll be diving deeper into these topics in future videos, and you won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and remember, you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. Stay strong, and we'll see you in the next video. What is the name of this video series?